So hilariously, in a not so hilarious way, I realized that I've probably made one of the biggest errors in judgment in the history of Jamie and Julia. So we're gonna make a crepe and we're gonna fill it with a souffle. Are you kidding me right now? Welcome back to Jamie and Julia.
Oh! Bon appetit.
All right, we're gonna find ourselves in this beast of a cookbook today, Julia Child's Way to Cook. And we're gonna skip through all the main courses, straight to dessert today. We're gonna make this right here, crepe soufflé Mariposa. Crepe with lemon almond soufflé and strawberry sauce. And you know, I flip through these pages and I just make the first thing that sounds super interesting to me in the moment. That's how random it gets over here. So, you know, Mariposa I know is a butterfly. That photo, I guess, kind of looks like a butterfly. I think that's what she's going for with this one. Not 100% sure. Anything goes in crepe, including a souffle, and this dramatic dish makes a dashing dessert. Although the souffle mixture may be done in advance, you must watch the final cooking to be sure of the puff. Oh, we will. We'll be watching that puff. I'll be watching it. You'll be watching it. 2 cameras will be watching it. All eyes on the puff. I'm saying crepe, not crap. I want to say crepe. I used to say crepe. Now I'm somewhere in the middle. So as long as you can understand what I'm trying to say, we're all good. Shall we get started? Almost time. Thank you. Now we're gonna start off making some dessert crepe batter. Every time I make crepe batter, I get a little better at it. I improve a little more. They come out a little thinner, a little more tender, a little more structured. And yeah, I expect more of the same today. I've made it 3 or 4 times now. I expect results. So we're gonna start this off with a cup of flour, all purpose. Got a half a cup of water, half a cup of milk, and I gotta dribble these in slowly, not at the same time. We'll do 1 and 1. Reach to your right, grab a whisk. Start off with the, you gotta do this. No more spinny bowl. So start off with adding a cup of milk. Find that I run out of crepe batter pretty damn quickly when I'm in the thick of it, and I don't want that to happen today. So yeah, I'm gonna make a little more than, gonna double the recipe. So now I'm gonna add in the water. The question is, should I pass this through a sieve? Julia says to pass it through a sieve. Yeah, I did on my first attempt. You're hearing me right. I did a first attempt of this, and it didn't turn out, not even a little bit. And in fact, it was one of the worst starts of recent memory for one of these videos. You know what, I just not in the mood for this. Why isn't this working? Where the hell did I even get 3 tablespoons of butter I found? Okay, I doubt this part's gonna be left in the video. So I decided to just like take a minute, clean everything up, and try again. And this looks slightly better. It's a little more runny, which is what I'm looking for. I still don't know if I can pass that through a sieve. I guess we'll try and see what happens. Thank you very much. And I'm gonna need a bowl. Thank you. Is that gonna pass through a sieve? It is this time, yeah. It would appear that the fault in the first attempt falls squarely on my shoulders. So in goes 2 whole eggs, 2 egg yolks. Whisk that together. 3 tablespoons of melted butter, 2 tablespoons of sugar, big ass pinch of salt, times 2, since I'm doubling this. Choice of booze here. We got Kirsch, which is like a cherry flavored liqueur, orange liqueur, bourbon whiskey, or rum. I'm gonna go with the Kirsch today. I haven't used that one in a while. I'm using some Kirsch liqueur. 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 Liqueur? Liqueur. Liqueur. Liqueur.
Liqueur.
Liqueur. Liqueur. All right, so I'm doubling this recipe, so it's 2 tablespoons. 1, 2. I think I'm gonna get this into the fridge, which I have turned off because it was making a racket. I'll turn it back on and get this in there for an hour. Non-stick on a medium heat, around a tablespoon of butter. So after around an hour or more, this was more, I have a runny consistency with the batter. This looks great. If I do need to add a little more water in as we go, that's no problem, but I'm liking the looks of that. And I'm gonna take, no more talkie, Jamie. Julia in the book tells me to drop the batter into the center of the pan, but I was watching this tutorial by her buddy, Jacques Pepin, and he drops it into the side of the pan and moves it all around. So I'm gonna try that method. Him and Julia say the first crepe is for the dog. We'll see about that. I don't have a dog. I want a dog. I gotta move it around really quickly. Move it around as quickly as I can. Grab it with my fingers and flip. Plate. So with that first attempt, I added way too much butter into the pan. So I am just gonna use the butter that's already in here. And I'm gonna take a 1/4 cup of the batter. Away we go. Thin ass crepe. And if you got any little holes in there, fill it with some extra batter. And then any excess batter, I can just pour back into here. We got a whole operation going. I love it. Wow, this one looks pretty damn nice. And I'm just gonna grab it with my fingertips and give it the flip. And that is a lovely looking crepe. If you make a mess, clean it up later. I don't care. Who cares? I don't care about the mess. I care about the crepe. Super quick patch up job. And that's perfecto, parfait. You don't need to get a timer out or anything like that. You just do it all by eye. That looks pretty nice. Ready to flip. Ready, set, go. It's amazing what a little bit of confidence can do with cooking, because when when I was making the batter, I didn't have the confidence earlier today. And I have made crepe batter so many times, but I just didn't trust myself. And here I'm just like, just do it. Just don't even think and do it. So that's what I've done here. I got 30 seconds on one side until it's kind of browned a bit. And then I flip it over, 30 seconds, 15, 20, 30 seconds on the next side. Boom, done. Take it off with my hands. Bada bing, bada boom. These things look fantastic. Look at this crepe. It looks great. And I forgot, these things smell like booze. That is thin, it's well put together, well-made crepes. All right, so now things are moving along. We can go on to this candied lemon peel. So I'm gonna take a little bit of a vegetable peeler. It's not a little bit, it's a lot of bit of one. And I'm just gonna peel off long strips of this zest, as much as I can muster. Yes, I'm liking that. Now we've done this on the show with orange peels, so you know, same shit, different fruit. Julienne, very thin slices. So I got some water in a small saucepan. I'm gonna bring that to a simmer. Julienne sliced lemon peel into my simmering water for 6 minutes. Very specific. I can tell you one thing, 6 minutes gives you enough time to shatter a plate. I don't know how I did that. You take around a teaspoon of peanut butter. You're gonna spread an even layer on this test crepe. And you're gonna fold it. And then we're gonna fold it. And then we're gonna fold it. Okay? So if you don't have a dog, what you're gonna do is this. Small sieve, please. Thank you. And what we're gonna do is turn that off. Annoying. I'm gonna drain the lemon peel and rinse in cold water. There we are. That's gonna remove some of the bitterness. That's done. In the same saucepan, I'm gonna add in a 1/4 cup of sugar.
75 divided by 4 is 18.75.
So we need 18.75 milliliters of water. Onto the heat. Once I get that to a simmer, put the lid on. Hello. I'm gonna boil this for a few minutes. All right, I'm gonna turn the heat off, and the last drops that fall from the spoon should form a thread. Come on, close enough. Into the syrup. Hang out like that for an hour. We gotta make this soufflé base, which is an almond pastry cream. And I don't know how much time I have until those people above me start vacuuming. They've already started. So yeah, we're not gonna dwell on that today. We're just gonna keep powering through. Ignore the sound. I don't care today. 3 egg yolks, 1/4 cup of sugar. I was supposed to sprinkle in the sugar instead of just pouring it all in one go. Freaking hell, man. Well, good thing that it's not all mixed in yet. See, this is cool. Okay, in goes the 1/4 cup of flour, very gently. Don't do it all in once. 3/4 cup of hot milk. It's a little under 200 mils. You dribble it in, you silly goose. So this is 1/3 cup of almond flour. Take your pizza spatula and make sure everything has been mixed together there. Let's get this over to a moderately high heat. And let's clear a path for you. What's up? Some of the ingredients are being a bit stubborn right now, so I'm just gonna whisk it up really quickly. Yeah, that broke it up. Broke up the party. Now we move on to the wooden spoon. Until this thing comes to a boil. So I gotta whisk it fast and furiously, like the movie. And once we've been stirring that for a good old 2 minutes or so, and that is done, yeah, I'm gonna take that off the heat. There's an option here for butter. It is optional. I'm gonna exercise that option, always do, and mix it in, mix the butter in. Please don't forget about the teaspoon of vanilla, 1/4 teaspoon of almond extract, and 2 tablespoons of fresh lemon juice. 2 tablespoons, yeah. You know what, just use the whole lemon, you're gonna love it. And just a quick little pinch of salt. I'm gonna keep this warm, I'm gonna clean up my little mess here. So bring over your very best friend. Aww, Silver Fox. We're gonna add in the egg whites from 5 eggs. So I'm gonna beat this up until it's reached soft peaks, and then I got 3/4 cup of sugar that I'll pour in. I'm also gonna add in a 1/4 teaspoon of cream of tartar, even though the book doesn't call for it. But it's like my safety net. I always feel a bit better when I got a little cream of tartar and speed-wise, we're working our way up. I think it's a perfect time to turn the oven on to 375 F. Let's add in the sugar. As promised, 1/4 teaspoon of cream of tartar. Okay, we got stiff peaks in the house, stiff peaks. All right, we're gonna bring over the souffle base mix here. Let's grab 1/4 of this to start. Someone told me to rotate the bowl counterclockwise when I'm folding stuff in. I gotta tell you, I don't know why it didn't ever dawn on me before, but it is a game changer. Okay, the rest of the peaks goes in. Keep in mind that the souffle base mix right now is still warm. Very concerned. I know. I'm not 100% certain on this one, but I have a sneaking suspicion that my souffle base mix is not supposed to be the texture that it is. No way, shape, or form. It's a little clumpy, and it isn't like just kind of combining into this the way I wanted it to. It kind of looks like a roux here, but in the end, I don't know if that was what it was supposed to look like. That's in the mix. So that is part of the souffle base. You see that? There's no way that is correct. Okay, we're gonna see how this goes. Butter up a baking pan. Use parchment paper if you want. Julia says baking pan, so that's what I'm doing. Fold 2 crepes in half, best sides out. I see. Yes, well, duh, yeah, because you're gonna fold it like that. You're gonna do that, right? Yeah. Okay. Half the souffle mix into each. There's the first one, and then fold that over. There you go. Fold that. So I'm gonna turn the oven down to, now that it's been preheated to 375, I'm gonna turn it down to 350. Lower rack. So I'm gonna let that thing bake for 20 minutes. I'll take a look then, and I'll make the call. I might have to redo the souffle mix. I don't know yet. So this is like a 1,000,000 to 1 shot that this is done correctly. It's not done correctly. That looks like crap. Just kind of cut her open, take a look. First and foremost, the souffle mix has those clumps in it. Yeah, those didn't go away. Not that they would. The souffle is just not right. It's just like it didn't really, I don't know. Let's do this again. 3 egg yolks into my saucepan, 3/4 cup of sugar that I'm gonna sprinkle in the sugar as I beat it in. 1/4 cup of flour, 3/4 cup of hot milk, dribbling. That looks way different than the first time around. It's all about the dribble. 1/3 cup of almond flour. I'm gonna keep beating this until it comes up to a boil on moderately high heat, vigorously. So this thing just cannot avoid the lumps. What's going on here? So for bleak times, I just use a pretty standard looking spatula. It looks okay when you pass it through the sieve, so that's good to know that that's an option. Problem is, I just do not know how to get this to a boil without it lumping. So let's try it again. The wooden spoon is driving me nuts, so I'm just gonna use the rubber one. Try to get this up to a boil. Reduce the heat to a medium and keep it stirring. Keep it going for another 2 minutes and then take it off the heat. De-lump it. It's not cooked egg or anything like that, it's just the flour. Amazingly, it still fits through a sieve, so we can get all those flour clumps out of there, and they kind of just go away instantly. As soon as you pass everything through a sieve, the lumps go bye-bye. I'm gonna transfer that to a bigger bowl. Thank you. First time around, it looked like a roux. This time around, it looks like a custard. So I think we're doing something right this time. So let's start off with 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, 1/4 teaspoon of almond extract, full teaspoon of vanilla extract, add in a pinch of salt, 2 tablespoons of melted butter. We're back to the pizza spatula, happier times. This is not what it looked like the first time, not even remotely close. This looks great. Tastes great, just everything is great. Except for what time it is, that's not great. It's gotta stay warm, so I'm gonna keep it here. That should stay warm. He shoots, he scores. So, the silver fox, again. Sorry, please just excuse the mess right now. I'm so focused on this task that I just can't be bothered to clean it. So I hope you understand. You can bear with me during these troubled times. And then at the end of this, we'll clean it up together. Both of us. Egg whites from 5 eggs. Get that up to a soft peak. Sugar. 1/4 teaspoon of cream of tartar. Stiff peaks. You're a hero, an absolute hero. Bring over the souffle base. 1/4 of the stiff peaks to start. Even these stiff peaks look better the second time. And fold that in first to get the party started. In goes the rest. This is it, man. You have no more eggs. It's this time or bust. Rapidly but gently. Do not deflate. Counterclockwise folds. So let's pick our nicest crepes. Crepes. Trade you this one for this one. Unfold the crepes one at a time. Scoop half the souffle mixture into each. Just be a little more gentle and delicate with this time around. Evenly get that all distributed. Fold that gently. Fold that over. I think that's what we're supposed to do. 375 degrees F, lower part of the oven for 20 minutes. And once I've added it into the oven, turn the temperature down to 350. After 20 minutes, I'm gonna just gently dust these with some icing sugar, carefully back into the oven for a few more minutes. Remember when I added everything onto that buttered baking dish? No parchment paper, nothing. Well, Julia is actually using a baking dish that's gonna end up being a serving dish. So she doesn't have to take those crepes off that dish. I don't have that type of dish. So this is gonna be the biggest rescue operation in recent memory. I have to get that thing off that baking dish onto the serving platter. I should have just put parchment paper down. It would have been far easier. Okay, so if you haven't seen the Cinnamon Toast Flan episode, I suggest you check it out, but this is what that's from. It's strawberry sauce. And you need this to decorate the whole damn thing with. I don't really have time to get into it right now, so go check out that video. Also, the Cinnamon Toast Flan was primo. Okay, gentle like a mother. So before I do anything, check out those buns. It looks like an ass. I successfully made it, but I don't know how to get it off the baking dish. So how do I get myself in these situations each week? It's beyond me. So I got this thing, I don't even know. Somehow that worked, I don't know. When you burn your fingers, worry about it later. Burns will heal. Glazed lemon peel here, they've been drying out, but they're not dried. Give those 2 minutes in the icebox, and let's decorate this thing with that strawberry sauce. Candied lemon peels on very top. And if you could go quicker than how you're moving right now, that'd be fantastic. This is a souffle after all, so time is of the essence. I think this is time to celebrate. Order up! Let's see what this butterfly is all about. I don't want it just as decoration, I want it on my plate. I'm not even done the first piece, I know I want this. But save that for the missus. She's not here right now though, so don't ask. Check that out. That is a top tier quality dessert right there. I cannot fault this dessert in the slightest, besides the short shelf life and the silly appearance. Because you know, it looks like a butterfly, maybe so, but it also looks like a couple other things. Crepes were fantastic, the souffle just as good. So you got lemon, almond, and the strawberry sauce. This is a fantastic combination. This was Jamie and Julia. Bon appetit. Au revoir. It looks like I was struck by lightning with this hair. You know, this isn't one of those desserts that you just make by yourself. I mean, you can, I did, but it's something you make for a big event, right? People over, you come out of the kitchen holding this thing onto the dinner table. Look what I made, it's a butterfly. Everyone goes, I think we're looking at an